let's go, let's go.
Six Flags Magic Mountain, located in Valencia, California, is the biggest Six Flags park in the entire chain. And today, we traveled all the way from DFW to visit this amazing park, check out their newest attractions, give you all the updates, and give you the best tips for how to have the best experience at Magic Mountain if you're going here for the first time. So stay tuned to see it all. Already in the parking lot, we have one new change this year, which is the new addition of solar panels all across the parking lot. These solar panels power the park, and what's also super great is that you can go underneath them and keep your car shaded from the hot Californian sun. Overall, a really creative idea, and I wonder what other Six Flags parks will possibly do this next. Now, if you've never been to Magic Mountain, let me tell you, it's a walk. The parking lot is located on the side of the park, and you have to walk all the way around to get to the front. And then, as you see later, you'll have to walk up a mountain, but we'll get to that. On the bright side, the park does offer buses to take you to your parking spots, but if you get there before the park opened like we did, it doesn't operate yet. Our first ride of the day is going to be the one and only classic Viper. This is the coaster that you need to ride here at Magic Mountain. I'm from Texas, but I know for a fact that this is the ride you have to do first. Especially if it's running one train, which it was. Viper is an amazing ride, but it can be very rough. And if you're taller than 5'9", you'll be suffering from success, as those shoulder harness will dig into your shoulders and possibly give you whiplash, so be prepared. Next we're on Magic Mountain's flying coaster, Tatsu, or as the employees in the park would call it, The crazy thing about this coaster is that it makes you lie down face first, and like its name, you're going to be flying across the entire layout, face first, at the mercy of your restraint. Also, don't forget to tie your shoes. So that was the one and only Tatsu flying coaster, and man, always flying coasters have me in shock, especially this one because of how big it is, especially because you're on a mountain, you're diving off cliffs. Like this ride, it's wild. The sad part is it broke down right after we rode it, but we rode it, so that's a good thing. Now, Magic Mountain isn't called like that for no reason, and like we said before, there's a literal mountain in this park you'll have to climb to reach some of the attractions up there. Now, typically it wouldn't be too difficult as there's a trolley system that takes you up the mountain, but on our visit it was down. So we hiked up the stairs to what I would call the most themed area in the entire park, Samurai Summit, an Oriental-inspired area that has amazing attractions like Ninja, one of the few ever-suspended coasters left in this world, and has a really unique feature that you swing side to side. The problem is, for everything else in the mountain, it's closed. The park's observation tower has been closed for the longest time now, and while there are lots of rumors for its return, it hasn't happened just yet. There's also abandoned restaurants up here, and sadly the record-breaking Superman Escape from Krypton was also closed, as currently the area is undergoing some major construction, possibly to give the new land a facelift, and I wouldn't be surprised if the next addition at Magic Mountain happens to be here, but maybe it refreshes the land. But keep in mind that as of now, the only attraction that's available up there is just Ninja, which I would still recommend the walk, and you get plenty of nice views of the entire park. Coming down from Samurai Summit, we're now approaching DC Universe, a DC Comics themed area of the park, containing one of the best coasters in the entire park and one of the worst. This is the Riddler Revenge, a B&M stand-up coaster which is infamous for being a stand-up. I've only ridden one other stand-up coaster in Over Georgia, so this will be my second one ever, and this might be the better one. We'll find out. On the bright side, this roller coaster had a really fun queue line, as it was highly themed and contained lots of fun details. But that's just about all the positives I can say about this coaster. Essentially, how the stand-up feature works on this type of coaster is you're technically sitting on a bicycle type seat, but you have to make sure you're standing whenever your restraint comes down. And if you don't know the method, which I didn't know, it becomes the most uncomfortable ride experience ever. Really fun to look at, but really painful. And if you don't believe me, the ride was so bad, it ended up making us super nauseous. So we took a little break at Justice League Battle for Metropolis. And while we thought it would be the same attraction as the one we have at our home park, it was a lot better. So we just did Justice League Battle for Metropolis, and why is this one actually like a lot better? Like, it's actually wild how good this one is. This is Wonder Woman Flight of Courage, Magic Mountain's most recent coaster, and you're about to see why I consider it the park's best roller coaster. What makes this coaster so unique is that it rides on one singular rail instead of two like traditional roller coasters, making you ride single file and the coaster will be hauling you the whole time. But before we could even get to the ride experience, we had to wait in line. 30 minutes in, we're finally about to go to the stairs. It's been a wait. The park's been actually pretty empty all day, but there's certain rides like this one that's running one train and causing a long wait today. 42 minutes in, we're almost there. So, yeah. Despite the pretty cool theming, you can only wait in line for so long. So here's your pro tip. If you're going to Magic Mountain, I would recommend riding Wonder Woman first, as the whole day the coaster was running one train or kept breaking down, making our wait time go up to 50 minutes. And finally, after an hour, we're up next. So, here we go. This coaster is seriously such an amazing experience. Despite many complaints about the vestry on this coaster, you're still going to be flying as the airtime is insane. And the manufacturer of this coaster, RMC, knows how to make smooth, fast, and airtime full attractions. And I can confirm this coaster is no different. After an amazing ride on Wonder Woman, it only got hotter in the park. So pro tip, definitely bring water. But also, due to the heat, a lot of the attractions had no wait times, allowing for a quick ride on Twisted Colossus, and with those fast dispatches we actually got to duel, and it was so short we even got to lap it twice. And while Superman was closed, Lex Luthor was open, and while I definitely could say it's not for the faint of heart, when it has no wait I definitely recommend it. The thing is, it only got hotter, and while we could do Jetstream or Roaring Rapids, the wait times for those attractions were long, so we decided to take a stop next door at Hurricane Harbor, Los Angeles. While the water park itself isn't too big as it's literally connected to the main park, it makes up for its size with its amazing theming. As throughout the whole land, there's a lot of islander themes or ancient ruins that overall up the experience of Hurricane Harbor. Here we are headed into the Black Snake Summit. Whoa, freak, this is so fast. Oh my gosh. Here we go, guys. But next up, we're heading to Tevu Tower, the one that has a very amazing theming, and we're gonna choose one of these slides over here. The view is so good, you can see the entire park from here. Finally, we're going. Oh. Okay, it's fast. Now compared to Magic Mountain, this water park was extremely packed, and for some reason operations were going really slowly. On Tevu Tower, it took us 1 hour to go down one little short slide, only showing that if you're going to Magic Mountain during the peak summer hours, it would definitely be the more crowded park. Even though we only did 2 slides and a few of the pools, we were satisfied with our visit because our goal was only to cool off. And that's a pro tip. If you have the pass that guarantees you a visit to Six Flags and Hurricane Harbor, I would definitely take advantage. You may pack in your swim trunks in your bag, so when the park gets way too hot for you to handle, you can take a little break for an hour in the water park and then jump back into the main park. So once we were back in the dry park, we had to do Full Throttle, an amazing premier launch coaster that had no wait, allowing us to lap it not once, not twice, but 3 times in a row. But while we were in the area, we stopped by the big construction walls to check out any new updates on a possible new coaster. What used to be here was the Big Bear Theater, now taken out for a lot of space for a new terrain coaster, which will be soon installed. And many people are trying to figure out what it is based on the teasers. Based on the signs though, it might seem like regular advertisements, but they're actually teasers for the brand new coaster. So if you want to see my full prediction on that, you can look at the video in the top right corner. But in the meantime, it's really exciting to see a brand new coaster that'll be in this area, and it'll definitely become a brand new icon for Magic Mountain. As it got later in the day, we decided to hit up my favorite location in the entire park, the Underground, a street-themed area that contains a really iconic roller coaster, West Coast Racers, the second dueling coaster in Magic Mountain, by the way. What's great about this coaster is unlike Twisted Colossus, you're guaranteed to race and you get to ride the coaster 2 times in a row. So while we did get in line and it was a 45-minute wait, it was worth it because the attraction duration is longer than most of the coasters in the entire park. And you get to race. This is Apocalypse, formerly known as Terminator Salvation, the ride. When the attraction lost its right to Terminator, it became a generic ride. But Magic Mountain recently went above and beyond with this coaster, because it has lore. I'm not kidding. While you're waiting in line, there's lots of audio tracks and screens foretelling a futuristic nightmare of a possible nuclear war. And apparently Apocalypse, the coaster, is the way out. Next time you're here at Magic Mountain, take a look around because this coaster is really awesome. After about 45 minutes, we're finally close to riding Apocalypse. As the sun sets, that about wraps up our day here at Six Flags Magic Mountain, the biggest Six Flags park, and it's a lot of fun. If it's your first time going, I definitely recommend getting here before the park opens, as it can almost guarantee you being able to ride all the attractions in the park, specifically the coasters. The only downside is be prepared for some possible one-train ops, as during our visit we had lots of those, and they're really a time killer. Summarizing our trip, we almost got to ride every single coaster in the park, with the exception of X2, as it was down the whole day. But I'm not complaining, as it was a really fun visit, and I'm blessed to have the opportunity to visit this awesome park. If you want to keep updated on Magic Mountain, or see more videos like this, be sure to like button, subscribe, and tap the notification bell to help me on my road to 10,000 subscribers. And a little question for the comments, what is your favorite coaster at Magic Mountain and why? Anyways, thank you for watching, and this is JB Thrills, signing out.